Welcome to all of our listeners, new
Oh,
and
hold,
old.
please. So I'm so sorry.
Okay.
There's a weird horn that sometimes sounds.
Okay.
I actually don't know what it is, and it's happening. But I think it just
Okay.
stopped.
Great.
I actually have never thought about in my life what that is. You'll hear it maybe every couple of weeks. It'll be like "Meh, meh,"
Oh,
a few times, and then it'll stop. I literally don't know what it is. I've heard it my
you
entire
never
life.
once questioned what it
Never.
was?
Isn't that weird?
Wow.
I have to ask my mom what that is.
It could literally be warning you about a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah,
And you would have
or
just been like,
toxic
there
air.
it goes.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
Oh, your house is filling up with fumes. Oh, well.
There
There goes that horn.
Yes, I've had the odd complaints, but on the whole, I've been a saint. To those poor unfortunate souls.
Hello there, and welcome to a brand new episode of Poor Unfortunate Podcast. I'm Caroline Ameti.
And I'm Connor Perkins. Welcome to all of our returning listeners. It's great having you back here with us. And welcome to any new listeners. Thank you so much for hitting play. Please also remember to hit follow or subscribe wherever you're listening to the podcast. That way, all of our episodes download to your device. You don't miss out on anything. And then at the end of the episode, right now, or whenever you really feel like it, we're all going to hit 5 stars and leave a written review wherever you're listening to the podcast. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, YouTube Music, wherever. It is one of the best things that you can do to help us reach new audience members and grow our podcast. So thank you very much for taking a little bit of time it takes to do that. All right, so we are on to our Showdown episode in our first rotation of season 4. Caroline, let's tell everybody what we've got going on for this.
Yeah, so instead of a traditional one-to-one showdown, we are doing a Beluga Sevruga bracket for you all.
Hitting you right out of the gate with the Beluga Sevruga bracket, everybody.
Yes. And spoiler alert, this might turn into a sort of 2-part showdown. So in the next rotation, we might do another related showdown. So stay tuned for that. But I brought this idea to Connor when I got back from my most recent Walt Disney World trip, and I was having a moment. I won't tell you what I was listening to because it's part of this bracket, so I don't want to sway the vote, but I was listening to a piece of music when I was in Walt Disney World, and I was like, damn, there's so much good music in Walt Disney World. I mean, how could I even pick a favorite? And so we're going to try to do that today. We've got 4 different categories of Disney Parks music for you. So they are attraction lyrical, attraction instrumental, nighttime spectaculars, and parades. So like I said, there might be another part of this where we tackle some other Disney Parks music categories, but that's what we're going to work with today, and it is not going to be easy.
No, this is truly kill your darlings. Like, this is kind of like the one episode where we were like, what was that called? The one where we had to like get rid of everything.
Yeah, get rid of everything.
Goodbye so soon.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah,
this
awful.
is like kind of that, but everything is brutal because there's only 8 players per category.
So it's the best of the best. It's the best of the best.
So area loops, you'll notice, has been excluded from this bracket, as well as resort loops, stage shows, things like that. So we might visit some of those in a second bracket to sort of determine the ultimate Disney Parks music.
I mean, wow.
You know what? Let's just go right freaking into it.
Okay.
Before we do, because it's a showdown, I have gone ahead and created some homework for you all to do. So if you want to pause the podcast and listen
for like
to
24
all of the,
straight hours.
yeah, and listen to all of the music, I've compiled a YouTube playlist so that you can listen to it all. It is unfortunately only on YouTube because a lot of this music is not available through traditional licensing on Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever. But YouTube, they always come through. And I do want to shout out in particular Where Magic Lives 95. A lot of the stuff that I have in here are mastered versions that this channel has done. So Where Magic Lives 95, if you're listening or you know us or whatever, thank you,
Thank
because
you.
your music frickin' rocks. Thank you. All right, so let's get started.
Okay, let's just rip the Band-Aid. I can't.
Yep. All right, our first one right out of the gate on Attractions Lyrical. We've got Grim Grinning Ghosts from the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland and Magic Kingdom against Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me,
Come
also
on.
from Disneyland and Magic Kingdom at Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm going to say Grim Grinning Ghosts.
It's my
because
instinct because of the
lyrics.
wordsmithing. Yeah.
I do not know what the fuck they are saying in Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me.
Oh, yeah.
I know we're rascals, scoundrels, villains, and names. Drink up, me hearties, yo ho.
We're scumming up. That's true.
I don't know. I always hear like I'd give up my eyes and eggs. I don't.
Is that my new favorite misheard lyric? It might be.
Maybe. Oh, it'll be a nomination for the Puas. I'd give up my eyes and eggs. Drink up, me hearties, yo ho. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look up what these freaking lyrics are.
I will say, Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me does bring me a lot of joy and nostalgia. The nostalgia thing, I think, is the thing that's making it the most difficult for me.
It's an incredibly effective song for doing what it does. Oh, it's but we're loved by our mommies and dads.
Oh, what a fun lyric.
We're beggars and blighters and ne'er-do-well cads. Drink up, me hearties, yo ho. But we're loved by our mommies and dads. Drink up, me hearties, yo ho.
See, what I think both of these, just like in the episode where we talked about the films and attractions, woof, what I think both of these do so well is that balance between like stakes and danger and either spooky or kind of like scary pirates and humor. They both do it. So it's very difficult.
I mean, these lyrics are really, really good.
We just don't know them. We just don't know, but they're good.
You can't understand them, but like that's also the point.
Kind of.
But Grim Grinning Ghosts is just, I don't know, the amount of alliteration that they have there.
Yeah,
it's like
when the crypt doors creak and the tombstones
It reminds me of like a Gilbert and Sullivan.
Yeah, I see that.
In many ways. And I have a lot of respect for like, this is about spitting out those words, and the words are really, really good. Like you could use it as a speech exercise.
Yeah, we should. And it's got the slow, spooky part. And it's got the upbeat, fun part.
Yeah, it's got like
it's got
Yo
layers.
Ho, Yo Ho is kind of like the same thing over and over again, where we've got a musical journey to Grim Grinning Ghosts. So
all right, Grim Grinning Ghosts.
Grim Grinning Ghosts is going to move forward.
It hurt.
All right, next up we've got It's a Small World from It's a Small World, and the Tiki 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 Room from the Enchanted Tiki Room. Both of these in Disneyland and Walt Disney World and Magic Kingdom.
Listen, I'm leaning towards It's a Small World because when I hear that song played as a ballad, it makes me cry. And like the message behind it is so beautiful and lovely. And yes, I know we like to make fun of it and say that it's going to drive you insane, but I do think it's really lovely. The Tiki Room was super fun.
The Tiki Room is a bop, though.
I know.
In the Tiki 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 Room. You could turn that into a nice ballad. In the Tiki 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 Tiki. Like,
thank you for proving that you actually cannot turn it into a ballad.
Oh, shut up. Wait, but
I know. It's a Small World is so iconic.
If we weren't in the show starting right away, we'd be in the audience too.
That's an okay lyric.
All the birds sing words and the flowers croon.
There's just one moon and one golden sun, and a smile means friendship to everyone.
Okay,
There's
fine.
so much that we share. It's time we're aware.
Fine.
I know. I get it. I love Tiki Room. I really do get it.
Ow. I really didn't like that
I know.
one. I really, really didn't like that one.
It's only going to get worse, babe.
I know. That's one I wasn't even really
worse.
invested in.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Golden Dream from the American Adventure in Epcot.
One of my favorite songs on the planet.
Against Happy Duniani, which is the song that is played on the Kilimanjaro Safari Radio in Animal Kingdom, which is the Lord's Prayer, I believe.
Yes, it is. And listen, I know what's going to win here, but I just want to take a moment. Happy Giuliani, I love it. Okay. Like my family and I, if someone starts singing it in one room of the house, like someone else will answer. We love it. It's so good.
That is uniquely you. That is not an experience that I share.
And I get that. I get it.
Cut to me and my family. Golden Dream is
we love Golden Dream
too. Is a big thing.
Yeah.
My sisters and I have an interpretive dance that goes along with this that me and Aaron performed it once for a drama company award ceremony in our high school.
You did tell me about that.
Our full interpretive dance to Golden Dream, and it's fire, and Golden Dream is honestly probably the perfect song. And if I was inaugurated as president, that is what I would want sung. I don't know why we are not singing this during presidential inaugurations. It is probably the most American song ever.
I wish Happy Giuliani had been put against something that it actually had a chance against, but I understand. Also,
what do you think it would have had a chance against?
I would have fought for it against the Tiki Room.
Well, that's just not how the cookie crumbles.
I know. I will say my family and I drive around on the 4th of July. There's a lot of people who shoot off fireworks in my town. And so we'll like find a spot and park it. Yeah, and we'll find the good ones in the neighborhood, and then I will plug the phone into the car stereo and I will play this song.
It is a perfect song. Like, it's a perfect song, no notes.
And like, I'm right now we can't really get into it on this podcast. I'm not a patriotic person, but I love this song.
That song makes me love America.
It's the America we wish we lived in.
That song makes me a fucking Republican. That song turns out the GOP in me.
Oh, jeez.
All right. And then yoinks.
I don't like this one. This is my kryptonite. This one is bad.
These two are also very musically similar in terms of their earworm
God,
ability.
but these are two of my favorite songs ever.
We have Nothing Can Stop Us Now from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in Hollywood Studios in Disneyland against There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow from Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress in Walt Disney World in Magic Kingdom.
First of all, Nothing Can Stop Us Now got me through the pandemic. That's when they dropped the song, and it got me through the pandemic. I listen to it too often. Every time I take someone on that ride for the first time, they step off of the ride singing that song. I will say, though, I had a magical moment on the Carousel of Progress on my most recent Disney trip as we were spinning around. Like, it was a pretty filled theater, number one, I have to say that. But, like, everybody was singing along with it, and it gave me goosebumps.
No.
It was so sweet. Like everybody, like in a very low key way, super low key. I looked around and everybody was just like, there's a great big, and it was so sweet. And I loved it.
Oh, I would. Okay.
It was one of my favorite moments of the trip. It was really, really nice. So I think I have to choose Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. It's so special to me.
I do too, because for me, more so than It's a Small World, slow that one down into a ballad, and that.
Absolutely. Yes. I do love You, Nothing Can Stop Us Now. I just have to say it. I love that song. It's such a bop. I made a reel of my bachelorette party to that freaking song.
You did.
I can't. Oh, God.
You've done a lot of things to that song.
I really
have. Oh, that makes it sound sexual. I'm so sorry.
I have yet to check that off the list, but don't put it past me.
We're keeping that in. That's not getting cut out.
You. Okay, let's move on to parades. So this category actually presented itself to us because we had all these parades in different categories and we were like, wait, there's so many amazing parades.
There's so many incredible parades. And honestly, we could have done more parades than just this.
Yeah, it's true.
The parade music, fam, is lit.
It's good. All right, so let's start off with the big one. We have the Main Street Electrical Parade. So for those of you who don't know, which I think is nobody, it is a nighttime electrical parade that has found itself at different times in history in both Disneyland and Magic Kingdom against Paint the Night, another nighttime electrical parade from Disneyland, which has lots of pieces of music from the Main Street Electrical Parade in it.
Yeah, it uses the Baroque Hoedown really well, which is literally what it's called.
Is it?
If you didn't know.
That is absolutely delightful.
Yeah, it's called the Baroque Hoedown.
That's amazing.
Baroque Hoedown, that could honestly be my drag name. Like,
yeah.
But I would just spell it like Broke Ho Down. Like, this Broke Ho is down.
I also feel like Baroque Hoedown kind of summarizes like my musical taste.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ding 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 ding. Okay, for me, I'm gonna say it. The Main Street Electrical Parade, Baroque Hoedown actually like really doesn't do it for me.
That makes me sad.
It doesn't.
Oh no.
It doesn't do it for me. I enjoy it, but that tune, and particularly like even the old track of the like welcome to
the Main Street Electrical Parade. It's
that
I had it on a CD, and I would make my family listen to it on car trips, and they wanted to murder me.
that part like physically hurts me.
No, that part physically brings me to life.
No, but see, Paint the Night also has that moment, but it's done so much better. Paint the Night feels like the next evolution of like, okay, we're going to take the Main Street Electrical Parade music and we're just going to make it better.
You know what drives me insane though?
Paint the Night does it for me.
I love When Can We Do This Again? I love that song.
I love When Can We Do This Again?
It's too many times. It's like enough with that song.
No.
Yes.
No. As opposed to Baroque Hoedown?
Yeah, at least it knows what it is, and like we're doing that, and we're like just staying with it. And honestly, I'll say that too. Listen,
we alternate between Baroque Hoedown, When Can I See You Again, and then
which makes no sense. Which makes no sense.
It's a fusion.
Doesn't make sense.
It's a fusion of the modern and the classical together.
But it's not done well. It's way too repetitive. Also the You Can Fly section went on way too long too. And it's like, and the thing is, it's like, I understand.
We get Beauty and the Beast. We get Frozen in it. We get Toy Story. We get Monsters Inc.
I will say, what I do love is the different arrangements of the Baroque Hoedown, because we get one that's like a swing jazz version, which I loved that.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
But listen, you have to give credit to where you have to give credit to where it originally came from. And I understand
you still get the Baroque Hoedown in Paint the Night.
But I understand
it is still very featured.
Listen, I get that the Main Street Electrical Parade can make you feel crazy, but actually Paint the Night makes me feel more insane because it's that overdone like Disney Channel pop singing of When Can We Do This Again over and over. And I'm like, please make it stop. Make it stop.
No, Paint the Night is the winner.
No,
here.
if Paint the Night is the winner for you, you have to give it to Main Street Electrical Parade because half of the score is from the Main Street Electrical Parade.
I can't.
You have to. Though. You have to. I'm sorry.
No, but
no, we cannot.
Paint the Night is the Paint the Night is the only acceptable version of that song.
No, I have to. The half of the score of Paint the Night is the Main Street Electrical Parade, whether you like it or not.
Okay, well, I'm just going to tell you right now, if it comes down to Main Street Electrical Parade versus Spectro Magic.
No, it won't. It won't. Don't worry about it.
That feels ominous. Fine. Paint the Night, I fought for you because you are the better version of Main Street Electrical Parade.
Okay, moving on. Another great matchup. We have the Festival of Fantasy, a daytime parade from the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, against Boo to You, a nighttime parade in the Magic Kingdom that happens during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Okay, so listen to this. This is probably going to be another controversial one.
Oh my God.
Boo to You, I enjoy it.
Oh.
But if we want to talk repetitive,
yeah, that's true.
Damn,
Boo
there's
Happy Halloween, but it's so good.
But it is not as musically complex as Festival of Fantasy. Like, come on.
Festival of Fantasy is just so schmaltzy.
You are. I'm not letting Boo to You. Boo to You is not.
But I'm not just doing this to frustrate you. You know how much I love Boo to You. I sing it all the time.
I'm sorry, but if I sing Festival of Fantasy all the time. But listen, if I had known that Boo to You was going to do this to Festival of Fantasy, or for that matter, any of the parades, I would not have let you include it in this.
Oh, you stink. I'll give you this, but it's annoying me. You stink.
Boo.
Because Festival of Fantasy is like, here, I know what it is. It is repetitive, but Festival of Fantasy is like so many other things that exist. Boo to You is very unique.
It's a Festival of Fantasy.
Ew, I hate it. It's so corny. It's corny. I also hate the lyrics.
I'm sorry. You cannot sit here and say
Just
I hate the lyrics, but I love boo to
Play it.
you.
Play it for me. Play it for me.
I hate you right now.
I love Boo to You so much. It's so unique. It's so unique. Festival of Fantasy sounds like everything else. Please, please. Boo to You is so Halloween. It's so evocative.
Okay, fine. You can have.
Wait,
you can have
really?
Boo to You.
Really?
You can have Boo to You.
Thank
Remember this.
I
kindness.
will. I will remember it. I will.
I
really love it. I love it so much, please.
I am kind of revolted that I just did that.
Thank you. I know it was hard for you. I really am so happy.
Friends, I do not. I do not. I just do not.
Okay. I feel like this is your kryptonite in a way. So this next pairing, we have Spectromagic, a nighttime electrical parade from the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, against Tapestry of Frickin' Dreams. A parade? Why do I remember seeing it during the day? Am I crazy?
There was a day parade, I believe.
That was something else?
I think that might have been Tapestry of Nations.
You are right.
Which
Thank
also
you.
has a killer score.
I love Tapestry of Nations so much. So sorry. So Tapestry of Dreams is a nighttime parade from Epcot.
This was in the Millennium Celebration.
What a time to be alive, truly.
This was the Dream Seekers.
Dream Seekers.
Yeah,
that's when you would go around. I made my mask around the World Showcase. Oh, what a time.
And you made your wish and then you threw it into the lagoon. And
yes, you did.
I really believed that wish that I made during Tapestry of Dreams, I truly believed that wish was going to come true.
I think we are due for an episode on that whole Epcot era.
Yes, and because we'll do a whole episode on that, Spectromagic is our winner here.
Wow, that hurts, dude.
Spectromagic.
I'm going to let you have it, but that hurts.
Spectromagic is the ultimate parade music ever. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, sure.
On this magic night, a million stars. It's
I think it's just the memories, but I'll let you have it.
No.
Tapestry of Dreams. Whatever.
No. It is the perfected Disney sound in Nighttime Parade. Like, we're not going to sit here and talk about, like, oh my God, that Disney sound, and not let one of those Disney sound things win. Spectromagic is the best version of that Disney sound in a parade.
Okay.
And that Disney sound deserves to be nominated.
I think this is a big moment for us. I think we're really, we're letting each other have it a little.
I'm about to let you have it.
Okay. And our final pairing of the parade's initial round, we have Mickey's Jammin' Jungle Parade, which was a daytime parade from Animal Kingdom, against Remember the Magic, a daytime parade from Magic Kingdom from a little while back.
That was the 25th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom.
And Jammin' Jungle was it ran into the early mid 2000s. Jammin' Jungle, listen, I know it seems odd. This might be another thing that's personal to me.
The Bossa Nova, baby.
Yeah, for real. And Goofy joining in will get me every time. I just remember the first time I saw that parade and I couldn't get the music out of my head.
Are you prepared to go Jammin' Jungle over Remember the Magic? Do you remember the magic? Are you prepared to go Jammin' Jungle over?
I can acknowledge that this one is a little bit more personal and not objective, but I saw the Jammin' Jungle Parade one time and I had that music in my head. I was like, we're jamming in the jungle to the rhythm of one boop-a-doo. It's so fun. It's fun. It's fun and upbeat and what a daytime parade should feel like.
I have to say, Remember the Magic, the music that you get in all of it
Yeah.
You get some great tunes.
You do.
And it's succinct. It's like 10 minutes.
It's very short. It's very short. What I love the single of Remember the Magic.
Listen, I'm prepared to go Mickey's Jammin' Jungle because I really respect that it's a completely different type of parade music than we've had before.
Yeah. Fun. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, I really enjoy Mickey's Jammin' Jungle, but then I also just like really love bossa nova music.
Yeah.
All right.
Woohoo.
Now that side of the bracket is actually
Thank goodness.
less my undoing. This side is the one that really is my undoing.
I know.
Because I'm a sucker for instrumental music. Slut for spectacle and a sucker for instrumental. Oh no, I don't want to read it. Okay. Well, our first lineup here is Soarin' from Soarin' Over California in California Adventure, and it was in Epcot. This is the original Soarin' score. This is not Soarin' Around the World. This is Soarin' Over California score. Versus the Energy Adventure medley from Ellen's Energy Adventure in Epcot. I mean, it hurts me to have to pick between these two because they are both insanely fantastic scores.
Yeah.
Soarin' does win.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Because Soarin', that ride, the score is that ride.
It's very, very true.
The score is that ride.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Like, that ride, when people land, they applaud. It is like the only ride that when it finishes, like, ends blackout applause, like a freaking show.
It's true. It's true. You won't get an argument from me.
The next lineup here we have is the CTX theme from Dinosaur in Animal Kingdom against the Reflections of China suite from Reflections of China in Epcot.
Both underappreciated, I feel.
Extremely underappreciated. On the Walt Disney World album, these were my do not skips. These were never skips for me.
Yeah. I'm leaning a little bit towards Reflections of China. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just so beautiful, and it makes me just
stunning.
It just makes me feel like I'm in the World Showcase, you know? You know what? Screw it. I want Reflections of China. I
will not fight you.
Okay, let's do it.
These two are so near and dear to me that
they're both really good.
I'm happy. Both of them are very worthy.
Yeah.
Next up for Attraction Instrumental, we have Spaceship Earth versus Flight of Passage.
We know what the winner is here, but yes, I would just like to take a moment. Listen, Connor, I know that Flight of Passage has like tainted for you forever for very understandable reasons.
I thoroughly
it's a good ass score.
No, I thoroughly enjoy. Listen, I'm a big fan of James Horner. I love the music. I love the music for Avatar. The music for Avatar is probably, in my opinion, the best part of it.
Yeah, I feel like I need you to get on that ride because I think it has the same effect as Soarin', where it's like it's so much of the story that like I hear people clap after that too. It's beautiful.
The thing that I would say as to like if we need a really good reason to kick it is that is all repurposed music from the film.
Okay.
It is I mean there is stuff that is composed specifically for it, but all of the themes and everything, those are original to the film. But Spaceship Earth is our winner.
Yeah.
All right. And then our last attraction instrumental, we have the ending of Living with the Land. That pan flute gorgeousness.
And I would like to note that when we polled people on Instagram what anything they wanted included, this was indeed mentioned, so it's not just us.
Yeah. And that's up against Radiator Springs Racers.
This is so hard. But is it the same kind of thing where, like, I'm assuming that parts of Radiator Springs Racers are repurposed from the Cars movie? It feels very new to me, but...
Some of it is, but I do have to say, like, it's good that...
I love it. And where you are in the ride when that happens, it's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect.
And then when it comes around and there's the waterfall and it's that big, it opens up. The music works so well.
It really does. It really does. Oof, it's so good. It's pretty simple.
Hit me with them drums, George
I feel like
Wilkins.
anybody who isn't a Disney fan the way that we're Disney fans would be like, of course it's Radiator Springs Racers. Like, are you guys insane?
Here we go. Oh. Nah, it's that. It's that. That awakens something. George Wilkins. He did that for us.
All right, I'll go with it.
Dun, 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 dun,
Radiator Springs Racers, though, listen, so good.
So good. But that music is the spirit of the land.
I know. So much of that is nostalgia for us, but I can live with that.
That is the land singing to us. If the land could sing.
Just make believe you're a tiny little seed. I love that song so much.
I know. It didn't get it wasn't able.
I know.
So limited.
Hurts. All right. I feel like we're coming to conclusions. I just feel like a sense of unease, but I guess that is what it is.
I don't like this part.
Yeah. All right.
This one is.
All right. We're going into the final category. First round. Nighttime spectaculars. Let's do this. So first up, we've got Happily Ever After, which takes place on and around Cinderella Castle in Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. And we have Enchantment, which took place same place. And Happily Ever After came to the parks, was taken away and replaced by Enchantment, and has since returned. I will ride for Happily Ever After until the end of actual time. Now I guess I will reveal it. Listening to Happily Ever After, we went to California Grill, so we got to see it once removed from the park. So like you can see the fireworks, but it's really about listening to the soundtrack. And that's what gave me the idea for this episode. Because I was just like, his hits so freaking hard. It's not even funny. It's and like, and I was like, let me listen to Enchantment again. Like I saw it once. I was like, it's probably just that it gets, overshadowed by Happily Ever After. And some of that is true, but Enchantment is like, it feels, there are moments of it that I love. Like there's the arrangement of Almost There that's in Enchantment. I really like it, but it feels a little slapped together for me in comparison to Happily Ever After. It just feels like the cheap version. It's like the dollar store version of Happily Ever After.
I have not seen either of these, so I don't have that attachment to it. And I also only listened to the singles from each of these because I didn't want to spoil. Mm-hmm. I really want to experience Happily Ever After for the first time, like when I'm actually there. And I
really want to be there with you when you see it for the first. It's oh my god.
So I'll let you have that one.
Thank you. Okay, moving forward. We've got Wishes. So same location as our previous two, around Cinderella Castle and Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World for many, many years. Against Luminous, the Symphony of Us, which takes place in the World Showcase Lagoon in Epcot currently.
Okay, so I did listen to all of Luminous.
What did you think?
I thought it was fine.
Oh.
It did not do it for me.
Oh.
It felt like the enchantment to, like what Enchantment was to Happily Ever After. That is what Luminous felt like to Harmonious.
Oh my
I thought the Harmonious score was 50 times better, more interesting. It didn't have that weird, very like hokey narration where it'd be like
it takes us through birth to death.
Yeah, I
actually bought into that. I do understand how it can be hokey, but I was kind of with it.
No, I didn't. But wait, I didn't like the narration.
But it has so close.
So does World of Color.
I know.
And World of Color does it better.
But we're not. It's not against World of Color. It's against Wishes.
Okay, well, if it's against, that's no contest, baby.
I wouldn't say that.
Against Wishes.
Well, you know how I feel about
Starlight.
If you want to talk about hokey, it's Wishes, babe.
I see tonight,
the little children's chorus.
And all our wishes.
No.
Wishes?
It's so hokey.
No.
I cannot stand when we go on with little children singing for that long. I hate it.
Wishes changed the game of what a fireworks show could be.
But that's more about the fireworks. It's not about the music.
No, it's 100% about the music.
And about Tinkerbell flying down from the castle.
No, because that was in Fantasy in the Sky. Wishes was a fantastic the choreography, because also think about this. There were no projections with Wishes. It was just the score and the fireworks.
Yeah.
Happily Ever After, because I'm anticipating what's to come. Wishes fully relied on that score, and that score showed the hell up. Wishes, you can listen to that entire album. Happily Ever After, they didn't release the whole album.
You can have it for now. It won't last long.
I will not let you have Happily Ever After over Wishes.
You don't actually know what you're talking about, so don't even get me started. But we can save that for later. Okay, next. All right.
I'm really not happy right now with you.
Okay. We're staying in Epcot. Our next matchup, we've got Illuminations Reflections of Earth, which took place in the World Showcase Lagoon in Epcot, and Harmonious, also the World Showcase Lagoon in Epcot. So the order went Illuminations, then Harmonious, and then Luminous.
Illuminations Reflections of Earth is quite possibly the single greatest score ever written for the Disney parks.
I'm with it.
This is the heavy hitter that is going to be hard to beat, in my opinion, in this bracket, and if we do a part 2.
Mm-hmm.
It is perfect.
I already put it as the winner.
I do want to give Harmonious its due. I thought Harmonious, the music of Harmonious was a masterpiece. I was so incredibly moved by it because it went beyond just translating songs into other languages, which is what I feel like Luminous does. It rearranged those songs to reflect the musical stylings of the specific cultures that it comes from. So we got to hear instruments that we don't usually hear. We got to hear songs that we know that are very Western, very American, completely redone in different musical stylings that we don't usually get to hear in Disney. And I thought that was a masterful idea. And Harmonious is amazing.
It's interesting because it's like, in some ways, like the original song, and there are certain things about Luminous that I like better, but Harmonious is such a thing that makes way more sense in World Showcase Lagoon for sure. It's interesting. It really got a bad rap from a lot of people. And I know that a lot of it had to do with the barges and the physical experience of the show.
I firmly believe that if they redid Harmonious and kept the score exactly the same and redid all of the effects, it would be successful, because the most successful thing about that show was that score, and that score was amazing. It was incredible. I wept.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And that was coming off of Illuminations with what I think of Illuminations.
Yeah.
I came in with high expectations, and I was ready to like rip Harmonious apart musically, and I fell to pieces.
It's like one thing that I did like about Luminous was that it touched a little bit on more of the, and I do agree, some of the narration is very hokey, on a little bit more of the Illuminations thing of like, we are all like, I forget what is the line of the original song in it. I can get down with. It's like the Heartbeat Symphony or something like that. I'm with it. So I like that it touches more on like,
well, Illuminations was about like gathering around the fire to
they
tell
say that at the beginning
story.
of Luminous too, like welcome to the gathering. And I like that we're touching more. I like that we're touching on more of the universality vibe, whereas for me, I really enjoyed Harmonious, but it felt so shove the IP in your face over and over, which isn't the thing that I like for Epcot personally. And I don't think Luminous is the final version. I think we need something else.
Because I felt Luminous felt to me more of the shove the IP in your face than Harmonious did, because Harmonious had some like really, really good like the like that theme that it had was like really beautiful. And I liked that they were not trying to like, we're going to give you a fresh update of Illuminations or whatever, like that they weren't trying to redo Illuminations. They were doing something completely different with it, but still felt in the spirit of the multiculturalism, like shared stories multiculturally. Like that's one thing. the story of us, of like heartbreak and love, and fuck
I
that.
wait, but you haven't. But wait till you see it, though. Wait till you see it.
No, I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck about heartbreak. I want you to blow the barge up.
But heartbreak feels good in a place like this.
No, this ain't AMC theaters. So all that to say, Illuminations wins.
All right, our final
No.
pairing. Yeah,
No.
I know. This is
No.
hard.
No.
So we've got Phantasmic. It takes place in both Disneyland and Hollywood Studios and Walt Disney World. So in Hollywood Studios, it's in the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater. And in Disneyland, it takes place around Tom Sawyer Island against World of Color, which takes place at Pixar Pier in California Adventure in Anaheim. Yeah, I don't even know, honestly. I almost feel like picking one just to get it over with.
What's a shame is the 3 pieces of Disney Parks music that I listen to the most and
Mhm.
have listened to the most in my life is Illuminations, Phantasmic, and World of Color.
Yeah.
When
yeah.
World of Color came out, they did not release the album for it. I went on YouTube, found a version of it, ripped the audio, remastered it for myself, and downloaded it onto my iPod so that I could listen to it over and over and over again. It's incredible.
You know what's hard
It's
for me?
absolutely incredible.
It is. It really is.
But
And
how
it's
does it also compete with dun 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 dun? Like,
I don't know.
what the but also World of Color is like OG Disney.
I know.
Color. Oh my God, it does something to me. Both of these do. They awaken the tingle.
I feel like, and there's no like, I can't make up an argument because there's no argument. It's just like, I'm leaning a little bit towards Phantasmic.
I know you are. I know you are.
I would be fine with either one. Because like, am I also thinking about the Heather Headley medley in Disneyland? Like, it's so incredible. It's so incredible. Why did we pair these two together? This is awful.
I knew, because ultimately they were going to have to face off sooner or later.
All right.
So I was like, they have to face off right away. I can't.
It's okay. It's all right.
Wait, am I actually going to fucking cry over this?
I'm going to write it down for you.
I'm crying right now. Caroline, we are not well. We are not well.
It's all right. It's for the best.
Caroline,
It doesn't mean that you love World of Color any less. It just somebody had to get picked. All right, Sophie?
I don't like...
All right, Sophie?
I don't like this.
We need
How
to
is this movie? How does World of Color not move forward but Buddha fucking you?
Because they're indifferent. Shut up. Look, we need to talk about something else now to distract you. Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk about lyrical attractions.
Okay, Grim Grinning Ghosts versus It's a Small World.
It's Grim Grinning Ghosts.
Yeah.
It hurts. It's a Small World is such a lovely song.
I'm like, I feel like I killed my baby that I don't even care anymore.
No.
So Grim Grinning Ghosts wins. Okay. Yeah. Lyrically.
Yeah. Even yeah.
I mean, it's just,
you know what? I have no reason.
Grim Grinning Ghosts wins. It just does.
It just does.
Fuck it. I don't care anymore. World
This
of
one,
Color is
I don't
dead.
like this one. I don't like this one at all.
I don't like this one either.
Oh my God, this one's gonna make me sick.
So next up we have Golden Dream versus There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
No. This is bad. I think this one low-key might stress me out the most. It's like Golden Dream makes me feel optimistic about America, but Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow makes me feel optimistic about my life.
I think I know what you're going to pick.
Yeah, you do.
You're going to pick There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
Because it like means like Walt Disney to me, and like so much of like the optimism of like, oh, it's going to make me emotional. So much of like the optimism of like Walt
I already cried. You
is
cried.
in there.
Cry.
Cry.
cry?
I don't know. There was something about, and I know that it's like a little bit affected by my most recent trip, but I think I would feel this way anyway. It's like there's like no cynicism in this song at all. And there isn't in Golden Dream either, but it's just like,
but I know what you mean.
it's like Walt's song about life. It really is. And like the things that are in the song are like what he did. And it's also just a whole theater of people at like 10 o'clock at night in the Magic Kingdom were singing along to this song, like casually.
I can't listen. I've already cried. Like
it was so special.
Again.
It was so special because it was just like nobody was really thinking about it, but we were all singing it.
I know. I know. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow wins. I know it does.
I know. It's hard. It's hard. I love Golden Dream too.
I really don't like this anymore. Okay, there's a great big beautiful tomorrow can win.
Okay, thank you.
Remember these kindnesses. I'll let you have that and then you can give me wishes. It's okay. It's fine. It's a good trade. I'll do that.
Shut up. Okay, are we ready to move forward to parades?
Mm-hmm.
This first parade matchup makes me really laugh because it's two things that you just don't like.
I literally like.
This one is so funny to me. So we have
I can't.
This is incredible. I love it so much. It's so chaotic. Like this is my category. These two. So we have the Main Street Electrical Parade. So we have dun 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 against Boo to You. Boo do you.
Fucking hate you.
Boo, 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 boo. It's amazing.
I fucking hate you.
It has to be the Main Street Electrical Parade because there's way more complexity to that than Boo to You.
I fucking hate you. I can't
What a
believe that
category.
happened. I mean, I can believe that happened because it's you. Let's be honest.
Okay, and then moving forward, this one will be easy and simple. We have Spectro Magic against Mickey's Jam and Jungle. So
It's
Spectro Magic. Love you though, Jam and Jungle.
But Spectro Magic, the other night, I listened to it in its entirety, and it brought me to tears. Like that is just pure magic. That is, it's nighttime in the Magic Kingdom, and things just got a hell of a lot more magical.
And like your ears are lighting up in time with it.
And then paired with Wishes, Spectro Magic paired with Wishes was next level. That was elite.
Ew.
That was elite.
Don't start trying to plant the seeds for Wishes right now.
All right. Attraction, instrumental. We have Soarin' versus the Reflections of China Suite.
Soarin'.
It's Soarin'. Even though these are two scores that like
they're scores.
It is the score. Like when you Reflections of China, it's the Circle Vision thing. The only reason I would ever go into a Circle Vision because they make me fully sick would be to experience Reflections of China.
Mm.
And then our final matchup in the attraction instrumental category is Spaceship Earth versus the ending of Living with the Land.
It's Spaceship Earth.
It is Spaceship Earth.
But love to both.
It is.
Love to both.
Love to both, but Spaceship Earth is just...
Yeah.
It's epic.
It is.
And I mean, not saying that Living with the Land isn't.
It's a different kind. It's very specific.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm not backing down.
Neither am I, baby boy.
Well, should we end the podcast here?
I think we should call it here. This has been fun. All right, let's just do this. We're back to Nighttime Spectaculars, and it's Happily Ever After versus Wishes. And let me just say something. I've seen both, okay? I am the most objective judge in this. I have heard both of them in their entirety.
You
have not heard the full score of Happily Ever After.
But you
haven't heard it. What are you talking about? There is a moment of a different arrangement of Love is an Open Door in Happily Ever After that you will simply die over. I know you will.
Will I?
Yeah. What do you mean, will you? You don't even know. You don't even know. You're making me so mad.
Wishes has...
a hokey children's choir. Oh, don't worry. If you like that,
Fairy, let us all put our hearts
like
together and make a wish. And it's not just
No.
a children's choir who sings, because the adults sing too.
No.
And then you've got that sexy man at the end who sings as you walk out of the park.
Oh my God, that's so funny you say that, because Happily Ever After also has that.
Starlight, star bright.
It's just beginning.
Sorry,
Feel your
see
heart
the night.
beat faster. Reach out and find your... And that's what they say at the end. You have to... Now it's up to you. You have to go. And you have to make your own Happily Ever After happen.
And that's what Wishes is about. You make the wish.
I See the Light is in Happily Ever After, but you wouldn't know that. Touch the Sky is in Happily Ever After.
Stop telling me all the things that are in Happily Ever After. I don't want to know.
I won't. I'll stop if you let it win. Listen, how many times?
How many times do I let you win things in this? I let you win every time we do a bracket.
I let you win things too. I let you
No,
win
you
things
do not.
too.
No, you do not.
Listen.
You make
listen.
me. I will never
Let me say
forgive you
this.
for
Let me say
Spaceship
this.
Earth versus Dino Institute.
And you know
How
what?
many things have you taken from me?
The public at large fought tooth and nail for Happily Ever After to return to the park. Cast members were at the first performance back crying their eyes out. Cast members.
But when the cast members, when they got a special treat to thank them for everything that they've done, what fireworks show did they get?
Well, because the treat couldn't be the thing that they hear at work all day already. That wouldn't be a treat. A treat is bringing back something retro, like Wishes.
I'm sorry. Wishes ran for how many years? And then how many years did they do Happily Ever After before they just retired it?
Wait. So Disney doesn't keep things around that should be killed off? Come on. They let a lot of things get way too long in the tooth before they get rid of them.
Why do you hate Wishes? Do you hate hope?
I might.
You hate joy?
But I can't hate hope, because that's literally what Happily Ever After is all about. But you wouldn't know that. So your argument has nothing behind it. I'm sorry, you are not an unbiased judge. That's the bottom line.
How are you an unbiased judge when you're like, this is the whole reason why we did this podcast episode?
Well, at least I've fully listened to and experienced both of them. I love the song Happily Ever After. It's a freaking bop, but you have to listen to the whole thing.
I love the song Wishes.
You have to listen to the whole thing to get the full experience. You haven't had it. And you could, and I understand why you don't want to and why you want to experience it in person.
Wishes feels more timeless.
Disagree. You
And I
wouldn't,
feel like
but you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
No,
you
listen,
haven't heard the rest of it.
Excuse me.
No.
No.
Absolutely not. You're not going to gaslight me. Absolutely not. About something that you haven't experienced. You will not gaslight me. You won't.
Ma'am.
No.
Ma'am.
No.
If I can speak.
No, you can't.
I listened to the single Happily Ever After.
That's not the
great.
whole experience.
Excuse me. I'm talking.
No, you're done.
I listened to the single of Wishes. The song Wishes feels more timeless than the song Happily Ever After. Happily Ever After feels...
No. That sounds like torture. That sounds like water torture to me. I won't. I can't, because you haven't heard it. So I can't. I won't give up. I won't.
It's going to go up against Illumination. So does that basically just mean that, or Fantastic, does that basically mean that, like...
That's way more of a conversation. That's way more of, like, equals, which this isn't.
What do you mean? It's literally what replaced it.
That doesn't make them equal.
Why is this even nominated if I haven't listened to it?
Listen, the time passed to make that complaint.
You don't get to ride this one all the way to the ending and be like, well, listen, you don't know. This is what it, like, you don't get to decide this entire category.
But to be real, this bracket, if it didn't include Happily Ever After, would be a sham. It would be a sham.
I dissent. You make the call, and I dissent.
I understand.
And we will specifically put it up to our listeners.
We can do that. But for now, it's going to be happily
See,
ever after.
look at you, how you always get your way when it comes to this. You never let me win. I never get to win.
That is so beyond not true. You know how many times I give in to your ass?
When?
You don't even notice it because there are so many times I'm like, I know what this means to him, so I'm just going to backseat it. And I'm actually not going to argue because I know it would hurt him. So you don't even know the times that I'm doing it.
And you don't even know
you are
when
privileged.
I've done it.
You are privileged.
You're privileged. Fuck this. Fuck this whole thing. Fuck everything. Fuck the podcast. Season 4 ends now.
Okay.
Illuminations versus Phantasmic. Illuminations wins.
Sure.
Illuminations is the single best piece of score to come out of a Disney park.
All right.
I'm letting you know.
You see how I just let you be at peace? You don't ever let me be at peace. Like, yes, you let me have things, but you never let it come peacefully to me. You make me lay myself on the line every time.
What do you mean? I completely let you do that with Nothing Can Stop Us Now versus There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
You weren't team Nothing Can Stop Us Now. Don't even pretend.
What? Okay, fine. Go ahead. Make your case for Phantasmic. Do you think Phantasmic should win over Illuminations?
I don't want to put you through that.
No, put me through it.
No. You've been through enough already.
No, it's because you don't believe it.
No, I don't want to make you cry.
No, make me cry. I've already cried, Caroline. Do it.
No, this isn't one that I would hurt your feelings over because I'm with you.
Okay, so you didn't have an opinion either way.
When you disagree with me, you really drag me through. And then when there's something that I'm like, okay, he's got a strong feeling about this, but I don't agree.
And you mean to say that
I silently let you have it. You got to let everybody know that you let me have it.
Grim Grinning Ghost or Big Beautiful Tomorrow? Attraction, Lyrical. Which one wins?
I know what you think.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
What do you think I think?
I think you think Grim Grinning Ghosts.
What do you think?
It was so hard for you to say that.
No, what do you think?
You went, what do you think?
No, because I'm laughing. What do you think?
I think this is hard. I'm not really sure.
I'm going to let you decide.
Oh, man. I really don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Tell me what you think.
No. You first, please.
I wouldn't want you to let me have anything else.
I mean, I wouldn't want you to feel like you have to just silently eat anything.
These are two very different songs.
Yeah.
One is a little bit more of a philosophy,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one is very evocative of the attraction.
Mm-hmm.
So what's more important? I feel like Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow is very beloved in general, but I wonder if it would be even more so if more people didn't skip the Carousel of Progress. Whereas, like, we're basically all going on the Haunted Mansion. And I understand why, for some people, the Carousel of Progress is a skip. I'd say the rhyming is obviously less clever in Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
It's Sherman Brothers versus Buddy Baker and Exitensio. I mean, it's kind of cool that Exitensio,
Yeah, I know.
was one of the Imagineers on the ride, wrote the lyrics to this.
Yeah.
I will say, you had me wrong. And my initial gut feeling was Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow to win this.
Oh, wow.
And now you've got me second guessing. So,
Oh, if we're talking about like what evokes the attraction, it's Grim Grinning Ghosts. Better standalone song for a legacy, Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
Disney Parks music.
Attraction, Lyrical.
I really can get behind either.
I can too.
When I think attraction, Lyrical, when I think like Disney Parks music, Grim Grinning Ghost is so Disney Parks oriented.
I know.
Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow is something that means something bigger to Disney as a company. But we wouldn't have had it if it wasn't for the attraction.
Right.
That's the paradox I'm living in. Okay, let's do it this way. Someone has never been to the Disney parks before. You get the Walt Disney World album. You play one song to convince them to go to the parks. What's the song that you pick?
I pick Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow because I'm like, I think this is what you're gonna feel like when you're there.
See, I'm like thinking of it that way. When I was a kid, like I would listen to Grim Grinning Ghosts more because I'm like, oh, it feels like I'm riding the ride.
I know.
The organ solo gets me.
I'm also just thinking about like making Grim Grinning Ghosts from scratch is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Like there's a template for Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow in a way. You know, It's a Small World is sort of from the same template.
I know, but I'm also just like, we murdered It's a Small World too.
I know. That's why I'm kind of like, I was like, oh, I kind of want to give it to the Sherman Brothers.
I know. Where I'm like, the Sherman Brothers are so, we didn't even let them have one little spark in here.
Oh, and I love that song too. I'm leaning a little bit towards Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, but I know it's just like sentimental. Whereas I could probably be like Grim Grinning Ghosts is more evocative, is more original.
I'm on board with Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. I'm not gonna put up a fight.
All right. Are we crazy? Is this bad? Like Grim Grinning Ghosts in the trash? That's crazy to me.
I mean, they've both come a long way.
All right. Which one do we think will put up more of a fight against the other categories? Like now we're like, choose your strongest fighter. How about that?
Choose your strongest fighter. I think Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow is the thing that has, because it rides on the sentimentality and the way that this song in particular is used to advertise the parks in general.
All right, let's do it.
So I think we can give it to Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow for that reason of
Yeah.
like, while yes, it is universal and everything like that, most of the time I do hear it, it is in advertisements for the parks.
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard Grim Grinning Ghosts in advertisements for the parks.
Okay.
I have heard wishes in advertisements.
Okay. Wow, that was very, very difficult. Okay. Parades. The Main Street Electrical Parade versus Spectro Magic. Spectro Magic.
Oh, you think so?
I can, yes.
I'm getting behind this, or do you actually think it?
It's a little bit of both because it's like, I know that it's true because Spectro Magic has so much more variety in it. Let's be real. Like,
Yeah.
I like the Main Street. I understand anybody who's like my parents were like, please, if you play the CD of the Main Street Electrical Parade one more time, we're going to have to kill you. I get it. I do get it. I understand.
Well, it's just, it feels like they played the entire score on like one instrument.
Absolutely. There's just something about it I love, but it's Spectro Magic.
All right. The fighter for attraction instrumental.
Oh,
We've
boy.
got Soarin' versus Spaceship Earth. This is... Both of these two speak for Epcot. Like,
yeah, for real.
They're also both scores that are done by 2 Academy Award winning composers.
Yeah. I'm like, I feel like, again, you play these for somebody who doesn't have experience with the parks. I feel like that person is going to choose Soarin'.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there is an element of Spaceship Earth that's very just like nostalgia.
I've been gravitating towards Soarin', actually. As much as I freaking love Spaceship Earth.
I get it.
Soarin' it's something else. Like, it's...
Yeah, I get that.
Like, yeah, I think it's Soarin'.
I think so.
Like, it's so evocative. Not saying not saying that Spaceship Earth isn't.
It's just so much more epic.
Yeah, I mean, Spaceship Earth has a hard task of like, it's got to take you through time within the score.
Yeah.
It's so weird because like when you're walking into the park and the Epcot entrance loop is playing, it has Soarin' and Spaceship Earth in it, and they're both the Soarin' section, the Spaceship Earth section, and then the song Legacy, the bum 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 bada bum bum.
I love that. That to me is like vacation. Like, I'm going to Disney World.
That's the soul of Epcot. Like that song is it.
All right. Final 2 for nighttime spectaculars. Happily Ever After, Illuminations. In this case, I feel like what I have to do is remove the Disney music from Happily Ever After because it's like, it's not an even matchup sort of, because it's like
Illuminations is
one
like
is all original and one isn't.
35 minutes of completely original music,
original,
including We Go On.
So I can give it to Illuminations. I can. I can.
Okay, because I would also I would say if we had to strip away Illuminations to just We Go On and strip away Happily Ever After to
Mhm.
just the single Happily Ever After,
Yeah. Yeah,
We
we
Go
go
On
on.
does it for me more than Happily Ever After. So I can look at it that way.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it.
All right, look at us getting along.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I couldn't with Wishes.
You really don't like Wishes that much?
Yeah, that's been a long-standing thing. You could ask anybody in my family.
Wow.
I think what it was is like I never really felt anything. I didn't like the children thing, and then otherwise I felt relatively neutral. And then I saw Happily Ever After, and I remember having this feeling of like, oh my God, yes, this is what I wanted to feel like, and I never felt that before. I felt this like I felt like a door had been opened,
For me, it's like Jiminy Cricket.
and I love Jiminy, but
Well, here, treat me to a trip to Disney World, and then I can make my decision.
you got it.
Great.
In 30 years.
In 30 years, we'll revisit this, and then I'll let you know what my opinion is. Okay.
This is such a bizarre. This is so weird. Okay. So we have our winner from Lyrical Attractions, Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, against our winner from Parades, Spectro Magic. So it's like a suite versus a song, which is strange. They're so different.
They're so different. I think I know what your gut is saying. I think your gut is saying there's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, but how do you throw away an entire 30-minute suite of Disney music?
Because it feels like then I'm rejecting all of that Disney music that's in Spectro Magic. But then again, I guess it's not, then it's the same thing. Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow is an original song versus Spectro Magic, which is a suite, which has some previously used music.
Right. But some of the new music is pretty bomb. Like da 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 da. It does have a children's choir, and I know how you feel about that.
True. I don't like this.
Okay. Disney Parks music. Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow is number 1. Spectro Magic is number 2. 1 or 2. Go.
1.
I'm thinking that too. I think there's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
Parks, you know? Whereas like Spectro Magic is this amazing suite of Disney movies.
And I mean, it is unique to the parks. You can only ever hear it in the parks.
Yeah. Some people are going to get upset about that one. And I get it.
I think there's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow has to go on.
Okay.
To the final 2. And then our last pairing, we've got Soarin' versus Illuminations.
I feel like this one's a little bit easier for me.
What are you thinking?
I think it's Illuminations.
I think it's Illuminations as well.
Like We Go On in there, you know?
We Go On. Which means that our final matchup is...
No, I can't do
there's
this.
A Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow versus Illuminations. But, you know... There's something that just unlocked for me, though, when you reminded me about We Go On. We Go On feels like the spirit of It's a Small World, Golden Dream, and There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow all together.
Jeez.
You know? Like, it feels like it has, like, the essence of all of that. Not saying that, like, that's the reason why it should win, but something to consider in this. Also, I will say... that Illuminations pre-show music that starts like 15 minutes before, that's got some rock and pan flute that's like Living with the Land-esque.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just a larger piece of music. I mean, so it feels strange.
Dun, 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 dun.
I can get with Illuminations. It's only because, like I said, I connect Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow with like Walt Disney so much. That's why I feel strange. Illuminations make sense. And I love it. I love it.
I don't believe you.
I just feel like Walt is somewhere so sad. We know it's Illuminations. We know.
Okay.
It's a suite of music, and we go on.
You have them eyes. You're making them eyes at me.
Nala eyes?
Where you're like, see? Look what I did for you.
No, I'm not feeling that. No, I'm not. It's okay.
I'm sorry that I have ever made you feel that way. That you just have to eat shit rather than...
Oh my God, season 4. Oh, baby.
Okay, so
All this to say, Illuminations. It's Illuminations.
I think it's Illuminations.
And it makes
Illuminations,
yes. Okay.
Reflections of Earth. So that is the champion of this part 1, and that will be going up against, if we do a part 2, the champion of part 2.
Now I'm kind of like, there's no need. You know what I mean? Because what's going to beat Illuminations? What's going to beat it?
The Epcot entrance medley, maybe?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh my God. I don't feel well.
So our winner is Illuminations, and our friendship is hanging on by a thread. No, I think it's important that you all witnessed a fight.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, we're officially not well, and it's time that we call it quits on this one. Well, there you have it. Our winner of the Beluga Sevruga Brackets for Disney Parks music is Illuminations Reflections of Earth. Everything did a valiant effort in there were some really hard decisions that were being made here.
Honestly, I think what we learned at the end of the day is that, like,
Don't do this. Don't do this.
Don't do this.
Don't do this.
Don't play this at home without any supervision. And we know this music is good because it's very emotional. It's very
extremely emotional. I've cried, I think, more on this podcast episode than maybe there's a lot. Maybe there's things going on in my. I don't know.
This was good for us. I think it was healthy for us.
Okay, sure. Well, if you liked what you heard, you also are crazy. And you should 100% hit follow or subscribe wherever you're listening to the podcast to get more of this bullshit downloaded to your device. And then this is the time where you're like, oh my God, these two people just cried over Disney Parks music. So I'm going to hit 5 stars and leave a written review so that other people can find these weirdos. And that helps us get seen in search results and grow the podcast. And, you know, recommend this chaos to a friend. They'll love it.
And if any of what Conor just said resonated with you and you are that person, you had better show yourself to us. Follow us on social media. That's an order. It's at Poor Unfortunate Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Facebook. And please, I'm begging you, join our private Facebook group, the Poor Unfortunate Fam. I'm sure there's going to be some words exchanged about at least one of these categories in there.
Yeah.
So if you have things to say about this, that's really that's your only option. So
Caroline,
come join.
Prepare for the wrath of my sisters about wishes.
I was already about to fight Shannon about Prince Adam from last episode.
Okay.
So we have some talking to do. So please join the group. Facebook, I'm never on it except to see the fam and to see what all of you are saying about the episodes. So please, we really want to get to know you. If any of this felt like I found my people, you got to join. So we will see you there.
And if you're looking for merch, the Poor Unfortunate shop is open. It's poorunfortunatepodcast.com/shop. T-shirts, water bottles, hats, all kinds of stuff for you to wear into the parks to cry about all the music with. So we've got you covered there. And as I always say, it does take us a little bit of money to keep the podcast up and running and coming to you. We do have a PayPal account that is linked in our episode description and in the website links in our social media accounts. Truly, anything that you have to spare goes a long way for us. It can be $1, $5, $10, more than that. It could be a one-time donation. It could be a monthly donation. It all just goes right back into the podcast, helping it keep it free and ad-free for the most part. So thank you very much for considering that. And to all of our monthly donors, thank you so much for helping us bring this podcast to you. Well, that happened. So until next time, Beluga Sevruga. Oh my God.
I like that yours had a question mark at the end, sort of.